In this video, I'm going to show you everything from how to break down a duck, make 3 different kinds of recipes, and how to get the most out of your bird. Let's get into it.
First things first, you're gonna have to get yourself, well, a whole duck. And trust me, it's worth buying the entire thing. You're gonna wanna remove all the goodies from the inside like the neck, the gizzards, just set them aside for now. Then cut the skin of the neck, save it for later, along with the booty, and cut in between the breast and the leg like so. Look for the bone that connects directly to the bird. Cut around to separate the two and then follow the seam to remove the leg and the thigh together as one piece. And just like that, you have one duck quarter. Repeat and get the other one and then set aside. The wing is going to be relatively similar. You're going to cut around to reveal the bone, break and separate, then slice to remove. Now, they don't have that much meat on there, to be honest, so they can be roasted for a stock or rendered for their fat. Repeat and take the second wing off, then set aside. After that, you're going to remove the spine with a good pair of kitchen shears. Make sure to keep this because it adds so much flavor to a gravy or stock. Just make sure to use it. And very, very carefully run a sharp knife like so along the carcass and peel away to separate the breast. There we have one breast. Repeat once again and make sure to keep as much of the meat on the breast without shredding it. Second breast done. And congratulations, just like that you have 2 fine duck breasts, 2 duck quarters along with plenty of that skin for homemade duck fat, and wings and bones for duck broth. Now let me give you a couple of recipes to prepare your duck, like duck breast and sauce, confit duck legs with crunchy cucumber salad, and something a little bit more wild. But first, if you've made it this far into the video and still haven't subscribed, okay. Look, statistically, 1 in every single one of you is probably not subscribed, and I would just really appreciate it if you did. Helps a really small channel like me continue to grow and make more recipes for people just like you. Anyways, let's start with something simple. Crispy duck breast on top of a creamy white sauce. This is level 1, it's definitely pretty easy. Just dry brine your breast overnight to get that skin super dry and make shallow cuts like this one way, quarter turn and repeat to get a crosshatch. And you're gonna wanna do this because it renders out the fat, and let me tell you, duck has a lot of fat. I mean, you can exclusively buy this at the store just like beef tallow, but you can make your own at home. Salt and pepper on one side, then the other, get all that seasoning, and we're off. Onto a cold pan, I repeat, a cold pan. Lay skin side down, then turn the heat to medium to gently render without burning it. Now, I use a cooking weight to make sure it gets even coverage with the pan. The link to this and everything I use is always going to be down below in the description if you want to check that out, by the way. Flip when the Maillard reaction has done its thing and it doesn't stick to the pan, and let it come up to a good 135 internal. Remove and let rest. While it does, in the same pan, pour a little bit of sake or white wine and deglaze all the fond from the bottom. Scrape every little morsel of goodness before adding 1/4 cup of broth, 1/4 cup of heavy cream, garlic powder, freshly cracked black pepper, and a 1/2 tablespoon of a cornstarch slurry. Simmer until thick and it can coat the back of a spoon or a spatula. Cut into your rested duck breast just like a steak to reveal that beautiful shade of pink. In case you're wondering, duck breast can be served a little bit on the rare side because it's a dark meat and it's a little bit more like beef than it is to chicken and has a lower risk of salmonella. Plating is just as simple. Lay down the sauce we made, spread the duck like so, and garnish with a bit of green onions or chives for color, and you have a restaurant quality duck. Hold the restaurant and the restaurant prices. That is level 1 duck breast. Bam, impress your partner tonight with something different. Level 2 confit duck legs are so flavorful and I cannot say enough good things about it. You have to try this recipe. I will warn you, it's a labor of love, but it's incredibly simple. Same as before, you're gonna dry brine these legs to draw out as much moisture and prepare a bath of 1 cinnamon stick, a couple of bay leaves, some shallots, a few cloves of garlic before nestling in your duck legs in between all the aromatics. Then cover the entire thing with olive oil or whatever oil you really want to use. Use canola if you want, it's cheaper, but I find olive oil works best for this kind of bird. A couple of sprigs of rosemary on each side before we cover with aluminum foil, and there you go. Into a 250-degree Fahrenheit oven for about 2 hours to let cook and infuse with all those delicious flavors. Seriously, I wish you could smell this right now, but we aren't done yet. Ladle over some of that oil from the confit and lay your legs skin side down to crisp, and you are shooting for this golden brown. Flip, and don't worry about overcooking this too much because the confiting process from earlier is going to keep this nice and super juicy. When ready, remove and let rest. Drop the shallots from earlier, the same garlic, and deglaze the pan with a bit of red wine, a bit of honey, the zest of 1 lemon and its soul, salt, pepper, and reduce it down until it's a glaze thick enough to coat. To plate, lay a heaping helping of this purple cabbage salad, which you can find the recipe for in my description. You can find it in my description, other shorts on my channel. It's great, I use it a lot. Decoratively cross the duck legs and you have a gorgeous pair of tasty thighs over a salad to toss. This was my personal favorite of the 3 recipes, but it is time for level 3. This duck donburi, which again is easier than you might think. Just has a few more components to take care of. We've already covered how to sear a breast earlier, so just rinse and repeat that. Lay onto a cold pan, flip the skin when crispy, and when it's ready to pull, let it rest. Slice into thin, even strips, and over some rice, decoratively lay a ring of meat around the mold, and onto the center of that ring, you are going to top with a generous amount of Tobiko. These are just small, delicious little fish eggs. Try them, be adventurous. Top with a soy marinated egg, and garnish with a couple of green onions. And congratulations, you've made something that you probably thought was complicated, but it really was just about the aesthetics. Like this shot of a runny egg. And now there will be shorts on my channel for rendering duck fat, making stock. Thought it was a lot to digest already, so I wanted to make this easy for you.
Links to all of those are going to be down below in the description. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and I will catch you on the next one.